So here we are in the first breakdown of my video series. I'm going to break down a song called Difficult. It's just the chorus of the song. It's a song which I've recorded with TRIONIQ. I'll play it first, and then I'll get into the nuts and bolts of the song. Here we go. There it is. I'll break down the chords. The chords are, the harmony is A major 7. It's four chords really. It's A major 7, followed by B minor 7, followed by D major 7 with the ninth on top, followed by G7 sus 4, going to G dominant with the the 7, the dominant on the bottom. So you get A major 7, B minor 7, D major 7, 9, so you get back home. Alright. Also, I need to mention that the chords moving from my right hand to my left hand, instead of playing the B minor, I tend to make it more of a B11, you know, so you get A major 7, B11, B minor 11, you know, and then the next chord, and then the next chord. Now, what I'm playing with my right hand obviously moves to my left hand so that my right hand frees up to be able to play the melody, which is 3, 4, those are the two parts. So those are the two parts that I am implementing into the song. Now, why I've played what I've played, which is what I've mentioned in my previous video, the way I've approached this tune is, first of all, by listening to what our bass player Paul Turner and our guitar player Rob Harris have played on in the chorus, and I tried to come up with a part that complements those two parts and sits nicely with the drums rhythmically as well, and at the same time, you know, stays out of the way of the vocal and doesn't make things too busy. Rob plays a part, our guitar player plays a part that is 3, 4. So I thought it would be cool to sort of play half of that and the other half kind of accent a few things. So what I did was accent the one of each bar on that A major, and then play half of what he's played. So I play 2, 3, 4. The other thing that is really important to mention is that at the tail end of the chorus, there is a break on F major and G major. So 3, 4, bop, 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 bop. And instead of playing the entire hit, I left out the first chord, which is that F. So instead of playing bop, 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 I played 3, 4. So coming out of that chorus, the last time would be Those little things do make a big difference, I believe, when you're interacting with a rhythm section, when you're playing your keyboard parts in a rhythm section and trying to make the rhythm section sound good. That's why I always try to come up with a part that complements what's going on in the rhythm section. Whether it's, in this case, it's drum, bass, guitars, and keyboards, or whether there's a percussion player involved as well, because that will add more information, or whether there's a couple of horns involved, or backing vocals involved. Depending on what's going on, I tend to try to find a nice middle ground between adding enough harmonic information to the equation and enough rhythmic information to sort of keep things swinging, keep things grooving, keep things musical, and at the same time staying out of the way of other instruments. Not very easy to do. It takes a lot of practice, but most of all, it takes a lot of listening and analyzing, trying to analyze what's going on as you're playing, as you're coming up with these parts. You're trying to come up with cool parts that make sense, that are musical, but most of all, parts that add value to the song, to the music, to the chorus, to the verse, to whichever section of the music you might find yourself in. I think that's a very important part that we as keyboard players play in a contemporary, in any rhythm section, really. So now, if I put the whole thing together, then this will be the result. Hoping you've enjoyed this breakdown. I'll be posting more breakdowns of songs and choruses and verses and intros that I've played. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.